Escape from New York. Let's get into it. Escape from New York is from 1981. It lasts about an hour and 40 minutes. Stars Kurt Russell as Snake Plissken. It stars Lee Van Cleef as Hawk. It stars Ernest Borgnine as Cabby. It stars Adrienne Barbeau as Maggie. It stars Harry Dean Stanton as Brain. It stars Isaac Hayes as the Duke. And it stars Donald Pleasance as the President. What a kill. Good cast. Yep. And the movie? Oh, we'll talk about it. What's the tagline? Are you ready? It's a long one. Okay. Earth's greatest leader is hostage in the most dangerous place on Earth. Now, only the deadliest man alive can save him. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not exactly catchy, I suppose. We're told at the start of the movie that in 1988, Manhattan, New York, became a prison island. Fast forward to 1997, and this really happened. No, it's just a movie. Fast forward to 1997, Snake Plissken has been taken into prison. He tried to rob the Federal Reserve of some gold, and he's going to spend the rest of his life in this prison island. Well, that's what you get. Yeah, but as he's been admitted, we see Hawk and some of his staff, who are the police security of the island, they get a call saying that there's a plane about to crash into the city, into the prison island. Yeah, and it's Air Force One. Yeah, the president is on board Air Force One. The plane's gone down. The president gets into an escape pod. Yeah, he just lets the others die. Well, he gets into an escape pod and he's fired off away from the plane. And it crashes, and the plane crashes, and everyone dies except him. Well, he is not beside his pod. That's the thing. They find it. It's empty. He's somewhere in no man's land. Hawk goes out and he's like, "Hey, prisoners, have they seen the president?" And this little, like, vampire kid comes up and says, "We'll be in touch. We've got him. We've cut off one of his fingers, and he's going to die if you don't leave here now." So Hawk and his forces leave, and then he calls Snake Plissken into his office. Yeah, Snake Plissken turns out he's this, like, amazing special forces soldier. That's still a criminal, I guess so. But anyway, he is tasked with finding the president. He's told if you find the president within 24 hours, you'll be fully pardoned and you'll be free to go. By the way, we're also injecting these things into your neck that if you don't complete the mission, or you decide just to do a runner, they will blow up. I mean, I don't know where they're expecting him to go. He's in a prison island. Yeah, I know, but added incentive, I guess. Not just rubbish. No, well, it's not rubbish. Unnecessary. Right, okay. It's just to up the stakes. Sure. So Plissken's given a little one-man glider. He gets into it, flies to the top of the World Trade Center.
I'm saying nothing.
And makes his way down from there. Yeah, I thought he was going to, like, abseil or parachute or something, the way they were talking. That he just goes down the stairs. Yeah, he does. And inside the building, we see some shadowy figures. Yeah, and he has to make his way down, like, all these flights onto the street, which he does no throttling, with no issue at all. Yeah, nothing happens. He just gets to the street, no bother. Okay, is this a classic? Well, I've never seen this before, to be honest. I know that it's got a reputation as being one of John Carpenter's best movies, one of the best post-apocalyptic movies of the 80s, and really, yeah. And what do you think? Well, we'll talk about it at the end. Fine. Now, the president was wearing a tracker on one wrist. On his other wrist, he's got a handcuff, which is attached to a briefcase, which contains something we'll talk about in a minute. But the tracker appears with another tracker, which Snake Plissken is holding, he's been given. So he follows it. He follows it into a theatre, where there's an actual show going on, and all these, like, people are just sitting and watching it, including this crazy old guy, the caddy. Yeah, his name is Cabby. It's Ernest Borgnine, and he is loving it. He is. He's having a great night out. Yeah, and then he sees Snake Plissken and he's like, "Hey, I know you." I don't know how, but he does. Yeah. Everyone who meets Snake Plissken in this movie instantly recognises him. They're all like, "Hey, I know who you are. You're Snake Plissken. You're Snake Plissken. You're Snake Plissken. You're Snake Plissken." Yeah. How? He's a soldier, special forces soldier. Not Davina Nicole. No.
Hey, You're Snake Plissken, ain't you?
Snake leaves the performers and the audience to it. He heads down into the bottom level of the theatre. Yeah, because that's where the tracker's dating. And he finds a young lady being assaulted by 3 guys. Just leads into it. Yeah, he does.
What a hero.
He goes further along and finds the tracker. And he's like, hey! Someone's attacking the president. He's like, hey! And beats him up. And then he's like, hey! President? And the guy turns around and it's a crazy old man.
Mr. President.
I'm the president. Sure, I'm the president. I knew when I got this thing, I'd be president.
Yeah, the guy says, I went to sleep and when I woke up, this tracker was on my arm. I don't even know what it is. So, the president is out there somewhere with no tracker, but he still got his briefcase. Yeah, oh yeah, the briefcase. He was heading towards a global summit with all the world leaders. And the briefcase basically had some papers and it had a cassette tape which you would play, and basically it was a veiled threat as far as I can pick up, saying, we've got these nuclear weapons, we are the best, we want to live in peace, but if you try anything, we'll blow you up. Yeah, basically, yeah.
That about sums it up.
So Snake makes his way through the city, he goes into this little shop, he meets this other woman, yeah.
Wow, Snake Plissken, all right.
And then these crazies attack him, so he just runs off and leaves her. Yeah, we never see her again. Yeah, I don't know if she's one of the crazies, but we never see her again, so it's irrelevant. And he breaks his little tracker in the process. Yeah, it doesn't matter though, because that guy had the other tart. Yeah, that's true. More and more people who appear to be crazy start to descend upon him. Yeah, and then Caddy appears, Ernest Thursnine, in his little taxi. And he says, hey, get in. And this will happen a couple of times in the movie. He'll just happen to know where Snake is and that he needs help.
Snake, answer me! Snake! Snake!
Yeah, he seems to pop up just when he's needed. He's a ghost. He's not a ghost. He's a friendly genie. He's just an old man. So Cabby says the one person who will know where the president is the Duke. You can't go and see Duke because if you go in to see him, you won't come out. So they go to see another friend of Caddy's, Nagy, and Nagy takes them to see Drain, and Drain takes them to see Duke, that they have to sneak. Yeah, Brain and Maggie distract Duke's men while Snake sneaks into Duke's hideout, yeah, which is a train. Yeah, this is one of his hideouts, it's a train. He finds the president, frees him, he's still got the handcuffed briefcase on. Yeah, they could get the tracker off his other wrist, but not a little handcuff. Well, anyway, he gets the president, frees him, and then they're instantly recaptured, both of them.
Bummer.
We meet Duke. Chef? Yeah, Isaac Hayes.
The black private dick, that's a sex machine to all the chicks. You're damn right.
Duke ties Snake to a table, and he basically ties the president to a wall, and he's on his target practice, accidentally shooting out in the briefcase in the process. Yeah. That little vampire kid from the start, he takes the cassette, and whatever else. Yeah. Then Snake is put into a ring. Yeah, it's a Royal Rumble. It's not Royal Rumble, but he goes into a ring, and he has to fight this big giant guy. Yeah, and they've both got distal bats with nails on them. Yeah. It's a bit of back and forth, it's a bit slow, it's alright. But Snake obviously wins, he gets behind the guy, hits him in the back of the head, and yeah, sticks a nail into his brain, killing the guy instantly. Yeah. The crowd falls silent, and then all of a sudden they start chanting his name. Snake! 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 It's like he's learning WrestleMania. This all happened during the day, and then I think it's night time, isn't it again? When we see Snake making his way back to the World Trade Center. Yeah, I don't know how he just walks out the ring and leaves. I don't know. But he's off-ski. He goes to the World Trade Center, gets to the roof, and there he finds Maggie, the president, and Brain. And Maggie and Brain are trying to get the glider working. Yeah, these other guns, these other prisoners come along, and they just take the glider and chuck it off the roof. Yeah, you see, while Snake was fighting that big guy, Maggie and Brain went and freed the president. Yeah, and the president is wearing this wig. Yeah, I don't think it was his choice. It wasn't. So they all go back onto the street and they are chased by Duke and his men. Now Duke wants Snake dead. He wants the president as prisoner, and he also wants Brain, because Brain has a diagram of the bridge, the Manhattan Bridge. Yeah, which is now like, it's only off the island that it's unpassable. Yeah, it's got all these cars laid out and it's not really unpassable. Yeah, they're kind of gapped, they're kind of spaced out a bit where you could just walk around them. And no one's ever escaped. Well, it's a bit of a car chase anyway. Brain is telling Snake, turn this way, turn that way, avoid this car, avoid that street, avoid that part of the road. And eventually they just crash anyway. Yeah, not great navigation, not great driving. Right, anyway, they crash, the taxi's run off. Is Caddy dead here? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's dead.
I think Cabby does unfortunately die, but Snake, the president, Maggie and Brain all get out of the destroyed taxi, run off. Yeah, and Duke is a trotchin that then Brain just explodes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he steps on a mine or something like that, but he explodes, he's dead. Yeah, Nagi has like partner, so she's like, oh my goodness. She stays and she gets her gun out and she starts to shoot at Duke, who's driving towards her, and then Duke just crashes into her and kills her. Yeah, so he's dead, she's dead. Duke gets out, starts to chase Snake and the president on foot. Snake and the president get to the end of the bridge, where the police on the other side have set up a little winch system. Yeah, so it's like this nasty wall, so they need to grab onto the winch. They tell Dut and over the wall to safety. President goes first, of course. He gets on the rope, taking up the wall, slides up, right? And then he stops at the top to wait for Snake. Yeah, Snake attaches himself to the winch, starts to go up. The president's pulling it, and then the president stops it. I thought, oh my goodness, he's turned on him. Don't know, he just wants to use them as bait. Yeah, because Duke appears, and Duke is just about to shoot Snake, and then the president is like, hey Duke, dang dang, and shoots Duke. Because Duke humiliated him so much. Yeah. So he murders Duke, and then carries on pulling Snake up over the wall. They're back outside the prison, and the president instantly gets into a chair and they start shaving him and cleaning him up because he has to go on live on TV to address this summit that he can't make it to. The explosive devices in Snake's neck turn out not to be real. He's basically free to go. But before he does, he says to the president, here's your cassette. So the president says, thank you. And he clearly doesn't care that all these people have died trying to rescue him. So Snake starts to walk away. While he goes on air. So the president goes on air and he says, I can't make it to the global summit in person, but I know you're all watching. So I want to say we all want to live in peace. Our great nations, Russia, America, China, Korea, we all want to live in peace. And I hope this will convince you that we mean what we say. He puts the cassette in the cassette player, presses play, and then it's little jazz music. Snake has switched the tapes because he knows the president is not a good guy. He knows threatening other countries might not be the way to go. It's basically like a screw you to the president. Where's Snake today when we need him? I don't know. Snake walks off with the actual cassette, starts pulling out all the tape, destroying it, and then that's the end. End credits. And that's Escape from New York. So, well, it was alright. I mean, it was quite good. I don't think it's a bad movie by any means. I think if I'd watched it as a teenager, I would have enjoyed it more. But watching it now, it's fine. I don't think it's amazing. What do you think? It's a bit dark, you can't see much. Well, it's not too dark, it's quite well lit for mostly being set at night. It's a bit basic. I don't know if it's that basic. It's a bit, I don't know. It's alright. I wouldn't watch it again. I probably would watch it again, but there's a sequel as well. Oh, what happens there? As far as I know, It is the president's daughter has been taken to a prison island, but it's called Escape from Los Angeles, I think. Oh my god. Yeah, so I don't know what it is. We'll watch it at some point. Not too soon. Right, okay. But Kurt Russell's kill, yeah. Oh, any trivia? Yeah, so Kurt Russell says this is his favourite movie that he's been in and the favourite character he's played. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Snake. Snake! Snake! Yeah, I think that snake was inspired by this snake. Alright, that's a snake. That's a viper. Anyway, anything else? Yeah, see the lieutenant narration? You know how you hear a lady's voice? Yeah, and the voice of the computer at the start? Yeah, that's Jamie Lee Curtis, uncredited. Alright, that's pretty cool. Any more? Yeah, Kurt Russell based his performance of this character on Clint Eastwood. I can see that. Yeah. Anyway, that's Escape from New York. Let us know what you think. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. Mr. President.